very, very beginner level. So I know some of you kind of already know a little bit of SEO. I'm just going to assume you don't know anything, and we're going to cover the basics. And then we're going to get into some of the advanced. So we'll start off with what is SEO, why SEO, how search engines work. Because if you don't know how search engines work, you can't optimize for them. You basically have your big three when it comes to doing search engine optimization. Your keywords are your number one priority. We're going to cover how to do a keyword analysis and how to segment out your keywords and how to focus your website on them and bucket them. This is my way I've always done SEO. It's worked for me. User types in a keyword. This is how search engines work, right? User types in a keyword. They type in, actually, here's my animation. So your user will type in a keyword. This is how the behavior usually works. They'll start with a broad term. Most research has shown that they will start with the broad term. They don't find exactly what they're looking for, so they'll type in a little more specific. So they start with a computer. No, I want a laptop computer. Well, they get so many results, they're still not quite finding what they're looking for, so they want a 500 gigabyte laptop computer. I just did that search, so I can read this one. And we call these, when you get into like the 3 or more key term phrases, we call those the long tails. So if you ever hear, so you can go through, and this is, again, this is the AdWords one. So when you're clicking, selecting the word, it's going to say, okay, this is what I'm bidding on. So remember that when you're setting up the account. You can select these and export them into a Excel document. So when you're optimizing for SEO, I always keep it in a big, happy Excel document. There's 3 buckets, which I'll get into later, but I put them in 3 different things, and then I present them to my boss or the client and go, this is what we want to target, here's how we're going to target them. So selecting terms, choose the terms that are closest to your target. The competition, so I don't think I did the animation for this. This is your competition. Remember, this is the AdWords one, so this is how many people are bidding for this term. It's a good thing to know for SEO. When you're doing it for word tracker, it's not going to make it, I mean, for this case, it's not going to make as big as a difference, but it's still good to know that people are bidding on that. In word tracker, competition is how many websites are showing up for that term. So again, it's not, I mean, it's great for clients. It's like, look, out of 800 billion, you're ranked first. Within the body content of the individual page, make sure it's unique, which you pretty much will because it's an individual page. And the URL of the file. So make sure that your long tail terms, if you can, in that URL. That's the first time I mention it, the only time I mention it, because it is important on those individual pages. So if you're writing a review on a 500 gigabyte laptop computer, review of 500 gigabyte laptop computer, make sure the URL says laptop computer / 500 gigabyte dash laptop dash computer dot ASP or PHP or HTML. Does that make sense? So simple, right? It all seems simple, right? Not really. There's not just a couple of rules that go into place. I gave you the general rules. These have always been tried and true. They've always been around forever. There's many more algorithms that go into this stuff. So when I categorize them, because I'm an organizational freak, so your keywords, I'm going to breeze through these really quick, because we kind of cover this and we don't have a lot of time. So keywords and title tag, keywords and URL, keyword density and document text, keyword and anchor text, keyword in your alt tags, your image alt tags, keywords in your meta tags. We covered that, right? Meta tags, your description, your keywords meta tag, and your language meta tag. So if you're trying to do a foreign language, French, make sure the domain is in FR. Make sure that you do say what language in the meta tag so that the bots know. And yes, do put your keywords meta tag in there. It's not going to help with rankings. Like, nobody's going to care as far as the search engines. But what it does do is it helps your writers, and it helps you stay focused. So if you list your broad terms, your categorical terms, and then your specific terms for each page in your keyword meta tag, then you'll always remember, okay, that's what I'm focusing on when I'm writing or designing or whatever. It just kind of helps you stay focused on that. Same with the section. So like if it's the main page in the section, you put your broad term and your categorical term. Home page should always have the broad terms, your 3 listed out on the main page. Links. So internal links. Anchor text has key term in the link. Content around the anchor text is relevant, so if you have pages that are matching up, you should always. Content. Unique content. Frequency of content change. So you want to pay attention. It's blog, news site, keep refreshing the content, always have something new being posted. Google will pay attention to that. They don't know if you're a blog or a news site from your domain name or anything. They don't know that. How they will know that is that the content is constantly being pumped out. There's something new. So then they'll start, okay, this one's flagged as a blog, and this one's flagged as a news site. So search engines pay attention to your Facebook pages and your LinkedIn and there's also like company sites that you can do right on LinkedIn, your Twitter accounts, they pay attention to the content on there. So make sure your keywords are in there. And you can even get, I did kind of add some of the newer stuff, but hidden text, which we covered, don't do white on white, even gray on white, it's not cool. Hidden links, don't hide links. So don't do like white hyperlink.